an area of your life where you have been working against yourself, and once you stop working against yourself, you are going to skyrocket. I went to get out of my car this morning and this was on the floor, so I was like, okay, this is a message. This is the Two of Birds, which is the Two of Swords in the traditional deck. It's the energy of indecision. It's Libra moon energy. It's working against yourself. There is something where your intuition has been guiding you, but your ego or your fears really have been telling you, like, stop, don't do this, you know, this isn't safe, what have you. Your intuition is spot on. You're being guided to move a certain way, but it's just this level of like getting out of your own way before you shoot forward. Okay, holy confirmation, I've got the Spirit plane at the back of my deck. This is the Chariot in the traditional deck. This is moving forward in alignment. It is your shadow and your light side, your lightness, coming together to move you forward rapidly. So this is very much moving from this to this, misalignment to complete alignment, shooting forward. So let me, because I'm getting that there's a reason for this misalignment, that whatever is coming next is subconsciously scaring you, and it's not necessarily in a bad way. It's just that you are manifesting something that feels outside of your comfort zone. I'm hearing it feels like something you aren't allowed to have. I'm getting a little of like childhood, inner child wounding. So this could be childhood trauma. It doesn't have to be, it could be any level of trauma. You are clearing up some level of deception. Okay, so there is some kind of deception around this like anything that is fear isn't real. Just so you know that this has been coming up a lot in my readings of just anytime you're feeling the fear, like connect with that little voice inside you, your intuition, because that is what's going to move you forward. Okay, yeah, there's been some illusions around like scarcity, feeling left out in the cold. There are stories that you have been telling yourself that are disempowering you, even though they feel real. That's the thing about fear, is that it is so persuasive because it feels real. Like, it's so easy to say, like, step out of the fear and step into like that little thing inside of you. That's not easy. That's very challenging. And I say this as someone who has a background of trauma and like CPTSD. Being able to like stop the panic and then step back into yourself is so challenging, and it is like worth your life. So I know how challenging that is. But when you master that level of like stopping and connecting with that piece of you, that is when things really begin to shift. And it doesn't, so for those of you, because I can already hear it of like, how do you do that? It's very momentary, is that it's not like you stop and you have this like profound moment of clarity. Maybe you will, but I found for me that they are tiny little moments, and I just have to like hold on to that it's the tiniest little thing. It's like grabbing a speck of dust out of the air and like holding on to that, and almost you feel crazy of like, I need to focus on this speck of dust and move forward with what this little speck told me. Is that the fear and the panic still feels overwhelming around you, but you see this little pinprick of light, and you just focus on that little light. And what is that light telling you? Where is it telling you to move? And it's going to be that thing that your fear is raging against. But if you just have, it's like feel the fear and do it anyway. You have to like focus on the light and say, okay, I know this is scaring the shit out of me, but I have to do this anyway. Interesting. This is my always, I call it like a car wreck. You know, when you're in, where I was mentioning PTSD and all of that, you know, when you're in something traumatic and it's like the world slows down. It's not that events are happening any slower, but it feels like it. It feels like you're moving in slow motion. I hope this isn't exclusive to me. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. Is that like when you experience something, it starts to happen in slow motion. This is how I see this Eight of Embers reversed, is that in the upright, it's a very quick moving card. When it's in reverse, it's saying that things are happening slower than you would like them to. But where it's all this one fast moving card, I more see it as, time is moving as time moves, but you're experiencing it more slowly because like dramatic things are going on around you. So this is saying, again, where there's like a lot of fear presenting in this energy, is that things may feel like they're moving slower than you would like them to. However, the beauty of this is that it gives you time to make a decision. So it gives you time to see that little pinprick of light. So let me just get into, what is it that you need to focus on right now to get yourself into alignment? What do you need to feel aligned right now? Okay, the spirit plane. This is the chariot. I'm hearing your shadow isn't your enemy. So, okay, this could be a bit of a shame wound that's been coming up. Shame has been something that's been in my collective energy for a little while now, and I don't know that I've touched on it enough or fully. Is that your shadow isn't your enemy. That the fear you're feeling is a natural and warranted response, is a protective response to things that you have already been through. And I'm hearing that it is creating the contrast for the light you need to see. So let me get a little more. What is this light that they need to focus on? Okay, I'm hearing just knowing that there is a way forward, and that the second you find that pinprick of light, like, things are going to shoot forward, that it's going to get you out of this slow, stuck, like, why is this happening energy, and you're going to, like, move forward at a rapid pace. So that alone may be enough to get you into alignment. Okay, I've got a card of celebration here. So it's going to feel immediate, that it's not the absence of fear that is going to bring you into alignment. You are getting into alignment within this state of fear. Okay, so I'm getting that is actually the message that's needed to come through, is that it's not like any of this goes away magically. It's not like the fear is going to disappear. You're going to lock on to a little point of light, that little piece of intuition. Again, this is just getting into your body. I always recommend connecting with your heart if you're having trouble seeing what that light is. If you just sit with yourself, take a deep breath, and feel. I always feel into where the fear is presenting itself in my body, and I let it speak. So if you're feeling something, anxiety, like in your throat, feel that pressure within your throat and ask it what it needs to say. That will usually give you the contrast that you need to see the light. And understand that once you just take this moment, all it is one moment, just one moment with yourself, things are going to move forward rapidly. So if you need any further help with any of this, you can go ahead and book with me. Everything is on my page in my bio. Thanks.